Okay, Zach here, and my mom's sleeping a little bit, so I'm gonna try to be a little bit quiet. Um, First things first, kind of totally dismantled a lot of stuff, and have kept it all organized. Makes it easy not to lose the screws and stuff, but found a lot of complications with the combat machine. Which I kind of go over now to show how I'm diagnosing this thing and then putting it back together my way maybe. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So, first things first, let's talk about where I am at now. Upon the combat machine, upon taking it apart, taking off the receiver, needs a dust cover. Doesn't have one. The gun didn't shoot. Here's the gearbox. We can see wires are pretty bad. A little bit cut up. I haven't checked it yet, other than try to shoot it wouldn't shoot. Here's the motor. I've hooked it up this way to see if it works. Just goes straight to power. It will give. It will shoot off if it really does. And then I took the stock apart, and with the stock there was actually a screw missing that goes on the inside, so that's gone. The grip was missing 2 screws, which it has only 2 instead of 4, because there are 4 holes drilled at the bottom here. It'll work with only 2, but I mean, whatever it's with, it should be with. What else here? I think that's pretty much it. There's probably a few other complications I can't remember. Oh, the pin was in the wrong way on the combat machine right here. So what happened is the pin just fell out, but I've got that still. So we've got those parts. Now we can see there's a little bit of oil here on the selector switch. Springs there. This explains why the selector switch works. But the gun doesn't shoot. It gets kind of hot. And I think it gets hot because the wires on the inside here are probably touching somewhere. Maybe right here. There's a cut right there. So there's a spring inside. Checking that. It's good. So we'll get to that in a second. Let's talk about the hop up. Okay, some of these barrels are sawed off. It looks like hand sawed off. They're going to have to be filed, make them straight, and clean out the dirt on the inside. There's like filings inside there. Things I found with the hop up. This looks like a different pin than supposed to be here. That gray pin, I don't think that's supposed to be there. See how it pops out? Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be there. I've seen a picture of this one, and it's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be something else. Also, there's black rubber pieces missing here and here. There was a rubber piece that fell out inside here. I don't think it was put together very properly. The spring was missing right here, which I'm going to take that and put on another hop up. So I think what I'm going to do is totally change that out. Alright, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty stuff now. Got my connector here. See what kind of battery we need. I think it needs a AAA or AA. I'm not real sure. Go grab one of those in a second. Let's first check the motor. See if we get some power. Definitely works on the motor. You can see that right there. Trying to get it in. So the motor works. What's messed up is the wires in here are touching somewhere, and frying. So on the bottom of the motor, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a small plus and a negative that tells you which is supposed to be the negative and the positive. Negative being the red usually. It's sometimes not labeled correctly, you have to be careful with that. So we know the fuse in this works too. So that was not the problem. The problem is the wiring in here somewhere. Use my connectivity to check. I'll get a battery for it real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, that was pretty quick. Unscrew this. And now I have rechargeable. I can pick here. That definitely does not fit, so it's not a double A. Put that off to the side. Takes a triple A. Fits perfect. Alright, so let's see here. This doesn't say which side. You can just put it in, test until it comes on. It really is not going to blow up in your face. Test with this metal right here. And I like this because I can stick this on here. Let's do the black one. And it'll hold for me. See, that's pretty cool. Needs to be longer so it doesn't do this. And I don't get any light, which means got it hooked up right. Which means I've got the battery in wrong. That's what I thought might happen. Usually put the bottom towards there. The bottom on this fuse looks different too. So I figured that was the way it was supposed to go. Come on, fuse, go down. I don't have all night. Alright. And it's this one. Yep. There we go. How cool is that? It lights up. Alright, so we know that one works. I knew it already did because we checked the motor, remember? Okay. So, it's good to check these wires now. Let's put one on, the red one right here. No light. That means the selector switch might be on safety. So, if we took this and we selector switched, it just moves it over, as you can see. Moves it over to the right. So here we'll just take this and move it over to the right. It should lock into place by itself. That should be safety right there. That should be semi right there in the auto right here. Okay, so it should already be marking something if that's held over to the right. Alright, to test. Put this back on here. Getting nothing. Nothing. Alright, check the other one. This wire is really exposed. Yep. Wire is good. See? But the red one is not good. That's why it's not shooting. It's probably getting a little hot because it's also touching. somewhere within the gearbox. It's not supposed to. Yeah, no good, guys. On this red wire, something's wrong. Okay, we know that. Let's go ahead and take my battery out of this thing. Actually, it's rechargeable, so who cares? Alright, so we know we're going to have to open up the gearbox. How fun is that going to be? A lot of fun. Okay, so we know the gearbox in this is going to have to be replaced. Also, what else am I going to replace? I do not like these gray rails on this thing. Although I think buying a couple of these black in the same measurement in millimeters, excuse me, should get the exact same rail size that I want and cover this. Because this doesn't bother me so bad because it's scuffed, but it's when it's all gray it looks really awkward. Plus you want to kind of cover it. So cost-wise, I've been searching over these things, and rail covers are about $10–15 depending on what you get. Let's see here. A new pop-up could be 25 bucks ish. A new wire end or wires here that if you want the same end like this, maybe about 10 bucks. So you got that up as 35 plus what was this I said? They're about $5–10. Let's say they're $10. That's 40 because you need 4 of them. But you could get them at probably 20 bucks as a pack. So that'd be 55. 20 plus 35 is 55. Okay. And I don't think I need anything else there. Oh, changing out the stock. The stock is in good condition. There's just a screw missing. Can get another screw. So I think that's where that's going to go. The grip really doesn't need another screw, although I'll probably look for one. Maybe get a grip replacement. I like to have it on there tight. What else is missing here? This pin I didn't talk about. Let's put this on my connectivity. There. This pin right here is missing some, gosh, I forget what that's called, rubber on it, but it still stops in there well, so I'm not sure if I need to really replace that. You can always put tape or something. So I'm going to leave that as that. So price-wise, what I need right now to make this gun work. We have to get into the gearbox first to be 100% sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and open her up. So we definitely have to figure out what's wrong now. And where is the screw that I had? Oh, here it is. Well, let's turn it. Nope. Oh yeah, it does. That or this wasn't tightened very well. Alright, you want to keep your hand on the gearbox. You don't want to lose any other springs. I don't like to lose pieces, so, and I'm very good at not losing pieces, so what I do is, yeah, it definitely needs a bigger. Someone's already been through here in the gearbox. Some of the screws are strippish. That's even a word. But you can see, yeah, someone stripped it a little bit before me. So there's a couple complications here that I can already tell. This gun's been through a little bit of hell. Not too bad though. Not something that can't be fixed very easily. Let me go ahead and pause real quick while I get the other hex. Alright, I'm a little tired, so if I yawn a couple times, sorry. Really don't want to completely open this up, but I have to because the wires are not working properly. For whatever reason, that means someone on the inside of this gearbox, and this is stripped over here, leads me to believe they didn't know what the hell they were doing. Crazy thing about this gun is it's wired to the front, but there is no room. There's no room for a battery in the front. And they're on the side here, so you'd assume that it needs a pick box. And see, someone did strip this really bad, because now I can't open it. So what happens when you don't have the exact size hex, and you're supposed to have a hex set. I don't think this guy did. Whoever worked on this previously, that doesn't work. If I can't get that, I'll have to use a drill on it. Who wants to use a drill? Man, G&G, do you really have to see how they corner this right here? See how they corner this, guys? I know a lot of gearboxes do this. See how that screw goes right there and it circles over? That's not very stable. Because what happens is, that, see here, you can see there's barely any width within this screw and between the metal of the casing. That's probably going to be a spot that will crack eventually. Bad G&G, bad. Need to have some parts really thick on certain areas, and that's one of the areas that need to be thick. See, the top here looks thick, but this doesn't look too thick. Looks like it'll crack at some point, depending on if you try to upgrade it, I guess. Could solder on yourself and make it harder. Alright. This is the same lengths. They sure are. Jeez, man. They do take bushings, and it looks like, check the bushings out on here. I don't know if you can see that, but this bushing right here is way up high. Get that? It's supposed to be about the same height, all of them. I don't think that's shimmed properly. Find out pretty soon. If I can get into it tonight, we'll see. Alright, first thing you want to do is usually take this plate off so you can keep the spring and not get screwed if it's missing. I don't want to shoot away and be gone. This thing should come out. I don't remember how though. Anyways, I'll keep the spring in a bag with the other gearbox parts because I don't want to lose them. I know the top needs the small ones, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I'm checking the diameter. See, when I use a screwdriver, checking the diameter to see if I can use a screwdriver to undo the other one at the top. Sometimes you can get away with it when someone has stripped it. The hexes, you can get away with the different type of screwdriver. Yeah, these are the two that were stripped, and they're not going to work for me because they're stripped pretty bad. definitely too big. And these sizes. Mine's a little too big, sadly. Almost made it perfect. And this one's smaller. So I'm going to try some other hexes and I'll be right back, guys. Well, guys, trying to move the thing there. Well, from what I can say, I don't have anything that will actually take it off. It's stripped really bad. Like, I almost have it, but it won't work. I'll try to see if I can get something that will be just as good, but the screw is stripped pretty bad. And I don't think, unless I use a hammer and go crazy, I don't think there's any way I'm going to get these out without a drill. This almost fits in there perfectly. It almost does fit in there. It's pretty damn close. Just have to make the hole big enough to put another, or use some tape and it might work. Put in there. Try that. It's worth a try, right? It's worth a try. It's worth a try. If this doesn't work, I'm sorry guys. I guess we won't get to see what's wrong until a later video. But at least I showed some things that would be nice to see. So, is this the one that fits barely? Yes. What we want to do is wrap some tape around it. You guys might think that's crazy, but trust me, it's worked many times before. The other for sure way is to use a drill. Use a drill. Tape has to be really thin. It's not on there right. So we gotta take it off. It's gotta be extremely thin, so about right there. Well, we can try putting two together, make it extra thick. Good night, Mom. Nope. It's not gonna work, guys. Seems I'm going to need a drill. Yeah, I'll check everything. I'm gonna need a drill. Oh, you're welcome. I'm gonna need some type of drill. Someone else messed up and They messed up bad too. Maybe if I push down really freakishly hard I can do it. No, it's really badly. It's badly stripped. Throw some cement in there. That might work. Alright, so I'm going to have to drill that out, guys. I think I'm going to have to go to my buddy because I don't have a drill. Get these two drilled out. That's the only way. I'm going to have to break them probably. Or drill a screw into them, and then I can unscrew it and take them out. So I'll catch you guys later. That's for this gun. I think next time we'll talk about the other M16, or one of the other guns is the M16. This is a G&G GR16 blowback, and you can see the top is different. See, that's why when you pull a G&G GR16, the charging handle comes out smoothly, so you can see the hop up, and you can see the fake bolt. You can see it goes smoothly because it just fits on there nice and tight. See, look at that. If I get locked on there again, see, you can even see it goes back and forth real nice. But this is different than one that's just regular. Here's a regular one in here, just to show you guys. See, it's a long, big one that doesn't really hook up differently to the dust cover. Okay, let's go ahead and close this so I won't lose the spring. Also, just to show you guys that I am creative, but I probably won't have to do it. If the hop-up didn't have this spring right here, which one of them didn't, I usually like to have the spring just to push it in. You can always get something that has a spring about the same size. Where did I put that? Oh. And I found one of these. Back when I was a little kid, I used to take these Bank of the Sierra pins apart, and there would be a spring down there that's about roughly the exact same size you need to replace. And what I would do with this thing is actually make something out of it that shot across the room, you know, in the classrooms and so forth, because you just use this end right here and it will just, yep, shoot. So that was just to show that. Other than that, guys, I guess I'll catch you later. We're going to see something different happen for that. I'm going to do unboxings when that happens. See ya. Zack Attack out with a fist.